So, as I promised, tonight we will head out of Troy, explore new waters, and we'll head into Green Island. From where I am right now, it should take about 15-20 minutes tops to get down the end of the block and cross the bridge and be in Green Island. What's up, Tactical? How are you? Haven't seen you in a while. What you been up to? Post office, downtown Troy. We're heading towards Green Island right now. I'm getting old, tell me about it. I'm getting old and out of shape. We're going to jaywalk real quick. Only jaywalk on the one ways, you can see everything coming at you. The Adrian Bingo Hall. On this journey. I'm going to cross the bridge so you can get a nice view of the river too. What's up, Texas? I got Tactical Texan and Texas GT. It's 77 here, humid. It was raining all day yesterday too. Party going on up there. It's the Franklin Plaza Ballroom. Probably a wedding. Somebody's lucky day. Boost Mobile. What's up, Upstate? I need some backup. Good thing you're here with me. I'm going to uncharted waters. I've never audited or copped watch or anything in Green Island before. I don't think anyone has, actually. Green Island is a small little island in between Troy and Watervliet. Mexican Padilla, what's going on? Uh-oh, about to walk to a sprinkler. We're going to take a little bit of a shower. Best Western over here. Finbar Martin, thanks for the stats. Eastside Andrew Funk. What's going on, dude? What are you going to prison for? That stupid bullshit deal? That's right, Finbar, I'm Irish too. Red beard and all. If I'm not Irish enough, my middle name is Francis Riley. Got the beer garden right there. Always a fun spot. You want some Irish history, Finbar? Troy, New York, they had a famous Irish mobster, Bat Shay. Look him up. he was into bootlegging. He was actually killed by a police officer here in Troy. He was awaiting a murder trial, I believe it was. They snuck into his room and killed him in the middle of the night, shot him in the head. It's right here. That building right there is Dinosaur Barbecue. Crossing the drawbridge right now. This bridge actually still does rise for boats. It's not too far from the Erie Canal, actually. It's right on the Hudson River. We're doing a lot of work over here right now. That over there is the other bridge. That bridge goes into Watervliet, another original Irish town in Troy. Well, it's West Troy. Now that they got more people, they're their own little city. What's up, Salty? No, my phone is still screwing up. I don't know. Actually, when I go home, I'm going to have my brother fix it for me. He should be home when I get there. Almost across the bridge. Bend over, no soap, that's no good, guy. Uneven lanes. A little bit of road work still. They're trying to make the bridge nice. Got a porta potty in case you need it. Yeah, it is kind of dark, but once I actually get all the way across the bridge and into actual Green Island, they actually, from what I remember, my youthful days, have good lighting over here. I kind of noticed that you were a troll, but it's okay. Trolls are accepted on my channel as long as they don't get out of hand. I have a few mods in here, they'll handle it. A nice little apartment complex over here. River's Edge. I heard they're kind of pricey though, but what I expect, it's right on the riverfront. Good fishing though, I just wouldn't eat any of the fish out here. Almost all the way across. Yeah, Upstate, some of the apartments down here on this riverfront, and especially the Troy side, they could go upwards of $3,000 a month. And that's without utilities. It's a bridge behind us. Got another little section of the river. That's a small island in between. I used to go fishing over here a lot. That was my younger days. Back almost 20 years. Now when I get to a slate up here, if I go left, if I remember, that'll put me into Cohoes and then Waterville afterwards. Or if I go right, it'll put me right in Green Island. Green Island, they don't have many police officers over here, but I heard that they can be a pain in the ass. Let's see, we're going to jaywalk real quick while nobody's coming. I think I'm going to venture into Cohoes and Waterville maybe tomorrow. We'll see what tomorrow brings. I wanted to do an earlier video, but I was painting and caught some snakes in the backyard, so I had to go get a little tank for them. Now I got 3 pet snakes. Cornerstone Independent Senior Living. Hey Matt, what's up? What's happening, Tammy? Good to see you guys. Strawberry jelly donut e-juice. That actually sounds pretty good. The vape flavors usually give me a headache, but that one sounds good. That poorly lit building right there is the Green Island Community Center. Thank you, Tammy. I appreciate it. The backside of the Senior Living Center. We're gonna see, I believe the police station is only a few blocks down. Right now we're on Lafayette Street. It's the 182 bus stop. This little town of Green Island, they actually have a lot of veterans that live over here. It's actually a pretty nice community, but kind of small for my liking. You're vaping butt. That would sound very tasty. He made you cry? Uh-oh. It was very touching, huh? I'll have to check it out. When I get back to the house, I'll go look it up. I know what you mean, Salty. My daughter, she gets upset when she loses Barbie. Village of Green Island, I'm assuming this is Town Hall. Now I'm on George Street. We do not litter, so we're going to use these people's trash can real quick. No litter bugs around here. Hey, Channeling, how you doing? Heading towards the police station. Right now I am no longer in Rensselaer County. This is considered, from my understanding, Albany County. Hey, Black Sheep, how you doing? 23. No, I'm glad my daughter's still real young. She's a handful, but she's fun. She has a crazy imagination. She's homeschooled, so I know she gets it from her mother. We're going to get a picture of this real quick. The Vietnam Veterans Memorial. Mauro McCutcheon and William McNulty. Then over here on my left is a basketball court. Right now we're underneath the bridge. It's a neighborhood watch community. That's what the sign says. So we're out here watching the neighborhood. China, just so you know, that's not the real Mexican Padilla. He admitted he's a troll, but he's going to be allowed here as long as he stays calm. Picked up a new pipe. Here's the police station. Right now we're on Clinton Street. They actually look like they might be shut down for the night. There's not that many officers over here. Car number 7603 with a 63 or 603 on the side. I don't even see anybody over here. Oh, village offices. This building right here in front of me, I don't know if it's still an active church or what, but that's where they hold court. That's right, I'm not worried about thumbs down. It's still a rating, right? Mexicans, try to stay PG, will ya? Yes, it can be bad, but I do a majority of mine at night, so I'm cautious. I know what to look for. If I don't see an officer out here tonight, though, or in the next 20 minutes or so, I'm going to assume that they're not out patrolling tonight because, like I said, they have a very small police force over here. They might just be on call. So we'll head back to downtown Troy and see what's going on near the bars. Mexican, but is it time for you to go to bed yet? Like I said, I let everybody in my chat, but they have to know how to act. Like I had someone yesterday mention Gag. I like Gag in my chats, but he knows how to act. He may troll, he may get reckless, but not in my channel. Do your job, Salty. Do what you gotta do. I trust you. Hey everybody, say hi to my wife Mia there. Well, Upstate, all the same. Thank you for having Salty's back. Job well done. My wife and my little one are not home tonight. They're spending time at Nana and Papa's house. And we're back at the police station again. We're gonna start heading back down towards the bridge. That's where the police like to hang out down here because they catch people speeding across the bridge or not using their blinker make the turn. Well, when he comes back, if he acts up again, you know what to do, Salty. Heading back underneath the bridge. We have picked out a name, actually. We're gonna go with Margaret. But she'll go by Maggie. My daughter, Charlotte, she loves the name Margaret. That's what she's going with, baby Margaret, so she'll be a good big sister. The only thing is I'm outnumbered now by 3. And Charlotte has lots of plans for baby sister. She's going to teach her a lot of different things. We have one bathroom, Salty. But there's some nice trees across the street. I know, I'm done for, Salty. I'm done for. Nice moon out there tonight, though. But you know what, Salty? It's nice, though, because I go to work before anyone else in the house is awake. So I have my bathroom time in the morning. Then when I get out of work, they stay clear for me so I can shower and do what I gotta do to get ready for the rest of the day. Tammy Burke, you named your little sister? That's cool. I think it's good to let older siblings be apart. That way they don't feel like they're pushed aside. I'm in there forever. I could take longer. Green Island, water and sewer. You know, well, if you get locked out 2 of them and your wife is in the other one. I'm going to attempt to jaywalk again, but now I'm getting closer to the bridge. I have to watch for this one officer that might be on duty. The cat box. I don't know, the baby, my little 2-year-old, she named the cat too. Her name is Tina. But me and Tina, we try to get along, but not so much. Actually, she belonged to my brother, but my daughter kind of took her over. If you yell at the cat or anything, my daughter will yell at you. We're searching for this cop. There has to be one out. I don't think all of them could be on call tonight. It is a Friday night after all. That's right here, copper. Where you at? Maybe since it's a neighborhood watch community and they know I'm out here, they felt like it'd be safe. No, I stay away from the cat box. Let's see. Back at the Cornerstone Independent Senior Living Center. I should have. You know, it's funny because I do walk in, I work in a coffee shop. Well, donut shop too, but I should have grabbed some before I left. Could have got a couple of them for free. Only have a dog. I like dogs. Dogs aren't bad, but not the little yappy ones. I hate those guys. I prefer pit bulls and German shepherds myself. You thought you covered it well? I don't know, there's a little difference in size there, Salty. Alright, Upstate. You know, the funny thing is too, I almost covered all of Green Island. This island is very small. It's only a couple blocks deep. It's as big as one of your cats. You could have told your wife that there was an exorcism going on with the cat. Might have bought it. Got that demon out. Grim. I believe that's a scrapyard. I'm not quite sure though. So I have a little bit of a discussion, maybe some pointers or some thoughts. But I did the Albany State Troopers. I did them like 2 or 3 times. And one of the times I went, I filed a complaint. It's when they made me shut the camera off to go in the back to file a complaint, whatever. You know, the officer was cool, or the trooper, I should say. And I went live right afterwards. He took my information, took my complaint, said that I'd get a call back in about a week or so. It's been a month, maybe a month and a half or so, and I still haven't got a call, no email, no nothing, no letter. So, should I go and complain about the trooper that took my complaint? Because I figure maybe he didn't file it. Or should I show up and try to audit them again? It's in the Empire State Plaza. The Egg, actually, in downtown Albany. I don't know. The trooper that I was complaining about was Sergeant Barnes. He wasn't trying to hear me. He had a little bit of an attitude. And when I told him he didn't have to walk up on me, he insisted. And then when I asked for somebody higher than him, another gentleman had came out. It was a black male, and he backed me out of the main lobby, told me I couldn't film in there or I'd be arrested, and then he hit me with the door. And then when I told him what he had done, he turned around and walked back inside. and they would not respond to me after that. FOIA the records, show up and ask about the complaint first, then make a decision. Well, see, my thing is, it is known that Troop G of the New York State Troopers, they protect their own. And when they're wrong, they will not admit it. They kind of just hope things go away. Right now, I am leaving Green Island. I am going into Cohoes, which is also still a part of Albany County. We'll be, we're underneath the bridge right now. I believe this bridge goes to 787 also. Do you agree with Salty China? Let's see what's going on down here. There's a Stort's down there, another Stort shop. Another one's little gas station, corner stores down on my right. So I have a general idea of where I am. Let's see, we'll walk into Waterville a little bit, and then there's another bridge down here. It's actually the bridge that I had shown when I was crossing the Green Island Bridge. We'll walk across that and go back into downtown Troy, down near all the bars and near the Rensselaer County Supreme Courthouse. File a complaint with the deputy chief. That's not a bad idea. So maybe I'll go there. I'll ask about my complaint, ask about the progress of my complaint, and if they don't have a record of it, then I'll file a complaint with the deputy chief. ProTech automatic lawn sprinklers. The Waterville Arsenal is down this way too. That's quite a distance away, probably like from where I am, I'd say 2 miles or so, if I'm correct. They need to fix their sidewalks too. We're all jacked up over here. You know where the tax dollars aren't going to. Little sidewalk action. These sidewalks suck. But Troy's not any better. At least they don't have as many potholes over here in Troy. You have some 2-bedroom apartments for rent in the middle of the street. Right in the fridge. Cohoes and Waterville, they're some pretty good sized little cities or towns or whatever you want to call them. I don't know what they label themselves. I've always just called them cities. So they should have police officers out here tonight. Daniel P. Quinn Apartments, Waterville Housing Authority. So this is public housing too. There's a lot of public housing projects in upstate New York, especially around this area. Troy, Waterville, Cohoes, Albany. There's tons of them. It's for low-income families, but some of them are actually pretty nice apartments. The newer remodel ones are, at least. Maybe tomorrow we'll do the Waterville Arsenal. We'll see. We'll think about it. Depends on how early I can get out. I got a lot of work to do tomorrow for the wife and the baby come home. Oh man. It's real humid out here. China Dragon. Got the Michael J. Day Apartments right in front of me, also part of Waterville Housing Authority. Right now we're on South 32. I believe these apartments are 2 bedrooms, these project housings. Canine clippers, dog and cat grooming. Uh-oh, litter bugs kicking cups out here. Almost to the Waterville Bridge, and then we'll cross back over in the Troy and we'll see what's going on downtown near the bars. Gag, what's up? Public service announcement. Richard Crowell, also known as Time to Stand, he's the one that gave me my strike. That's why you will probably never see him at one of my streams again. But I'm going to let the past be the past. My strike will end and things will go forward. Attorney at law over there. Actually, guys, that officer from Watervliet, the one that I posted, the officer was a cool guy. There's a car garage right here on the other end of this attorney's office right here. That is the car shop that he was telling the guy go get his car inspected at. So right down the street is where he had stopped those two gentlemen and said that he didn't care that they were smoking weed in the car, just to spray it down. Right now we're going to cross the bridge, go back into Troy, and we'll see what's going on down there. I'm surprised that between Green Island, Cohoes, and the very, very small part of Watervliet that I just walked through, I didn't see a single police officer out here. But it's a Saturday night, right? I might have said Friday before, but it's Saturday. It's Saturday night. At least here in New York it is. Grown man's afraid of you. I don't understand why he'd be afraid of you, Lou. You even sold your pistol. He doesn't even have that on you. No, Gag, I haven't, but I imagine that'd be pretty cool. I love me some fishing too. Actually, when I go to Nana and Papa's house with the baby and my wife, that's one of my favorite things to do, is go fishing with Papa. This right here, guys, is 787. You're at exit 8. It's actually pretty cool standing above the highway watching the cars go underneath you. In just a minute, we're going to be going back over the Hudson River into downtown Troy. Years ago, myself and my wife made this journey across this bridge from our old apartment together while she was pregnant with our 2-year-old to go to Bob's Diner, which it was a journey, it was a long walk, but we made it. There's a lot of traffic. This 787 right here will connect to I-90, or you can go as far out as, I'd say, it'll bring you pretty close to Rouse's Point. And for those of you that don't know where Rouse's Point is, it's up there by Canada. Or you can follow it. You could get off I-90, head towards the Mass Pike. You'll end up in Massachusetts. Eventually, you'll end up in Lowell, where Monkey 83 is at. Or if you get on I-90 and keep going, you'll pass Ravenna. You keep going, you'll pass Kingston, eventually end up in New York City, about 2.5 hours down the interstate. Right now we're over the Hudson River again. Right there's the barge. I know that my light doesn't do much justice, it actually makes it worse, but never get off the 90 in Chicago. When I was down in Fort Jackson, there was a couple privates down there that were from Chicago. They're pretty cool dudes. Two of them, Altman and Pope. There are some pretty cool guys. Did Monkey move to California? I don't know. I know that he was from Lowell, which isn't too far outside of Boston. Texas vet, what's going on, brother? I'm not sure if he's on probation. I know that he had gotten arrested there. Actually, guys, down there where that headlights are on, that's a drug deal going on down there. That's on the Troy side of the river. And for a you that have never, well, you can't even see it here, but right below me is two of the big trash barges where they move the trash between upstate and New York City. There's two of them right here side by side. Drug deal going on down there below me. What's up? Right down there, drug deals. Probably selling weed or coke. That's a big thing around here. If you go out towards Averill Park, or actually it could be down here, but there's a lot of heroin in this area too. And it's sad, it's an epidemic right now. There's a lot of people dying up here because of it. 4 dislikes, that's okay. We're not worried about dislikes. It's still a rating. It still gives me some kind of boost in the system, whether negative or not. I don't think they really care about that as long as it's a rating. I mean, it's their First Amendment right, their freedom of expression, their freedom of speech to tell me that they do not like it. Not worried about it though. And now I am officially back in downtown Troy. Which, believe it or not, guys, this distance I just walked in the past 54 minutes, a total of 6.29 miles. See, we're getting exercise in. Fat people can't be fat forever. What's going on? Live streaming. I won't put you in.
What's that?
I'm live streaming on the internet. I won't put you in. I do cop blocking, cop watching,
Oh, nice.
audit government officials, about accountability.
Right. Good, man.
I'm running a YouTube channel.
Sweet.
Have a good night.
I can get you on there.
My name is UpstateNY Audits.
Okay.
So look me up.
I will.
I have about 45 videos on right now.
Nice.
Have a good night.
Yeah, you need to be safe.
I sure do. Be safe. I need to see their ID. Nah, he was cool. I'm pretty sure he was drunk. He was probably just hanging out by the river. He seemed cool though. He told me that he agrees with what I'm doing. They have to be checked. There's only 2 meatballs left actually. Sorry. I'm fat, Upstate. What do you want from me? When my wife got pregnant, it's like I gained 70 pounds overnight. Gag, that's crazy. The heroin up here, it's laced with fentanyl, which I don't know if you guys know what that is, but it's what they give elephants. And it's killing a lot of people. Actually, there's a young kid. He's maybe a year or 2 younger than me. His name is Brandon. He overdosed last year. It was a real tragic thing in South Troy. He was well known down there. But rest in peace, Brandon. You're in a better place. How you doing? China, my wife is a very good cook, and she's really good at baking too. And the best thing is, everything is from scratch. I'm trying, Salty. He's a quick dude. He is. He probably's on a scooter again. That's why I can't catch up. I need a bike. The Moss Bookstore, they sell everything in here. It's all Russell Sage College stuff. And then your greeting cards. It's not a girls' school without men, it's a women's college without boys. That's Russell Sage for you. And now right here, it's the Rensselaer County Supreme Court again. Gag, it is positive, especially when they're a good cook. And my wife being Italian and Dominican, she can cook very well. Apple pie does sound good right now, but it shouldn't be on Fat Boy's diet.
Fucking up, bitching about the life, but she got to fuck up because she's so fucking stupid.
Yeah, my wife should get in on the chats. My wife is a busy woman though. Keeping the house clean, taking care of the children. Some artwork for you guys too. Some more artwork. I showed some last night. Keep it in the ground. We are devious. This was one of my favorite ones right here. There's a lot of talented artists in this city, and a lot of them are underrated and underappreciated, but they're pretty good at what they do. No, Mr. South Carolina upstate is a good friend. He's always watching my back. I try to show up, at least appear in as many of the chats as I can. I work a lot, but I do what I can. Famous lunch right there, world famous hot dogs since 1932. Or if you want to get a haircut, you come to the Fade Factory. That's on Congress Street. Got another Stort shop right there. This is where I was last night down here. We're heading back up near the Troy police station now. And I'm sure most of you guys are already subbed to him, but if you guys are not, you guys should sub to South Carolina News Upstate and the Salty Rant. Lou is one of my partners in crime. Is my buddy. Blocking this lady's path. Swamp Gator insect repellent. All natural, smells great, and works in Florida. Well, we don't have gators up here in New York. We have water moccasins, some little poisonous snakes. They're gonna bite you on the tush, but that's about it. Actually, surprisingly, we have deer and stuff that come running through these streets every now and then. There's been bear sightings. Bobcats are making a return too up here in upstate. Now, Lou, your subs are jumping. People are appreciating your work. You may be a pain in the ass, but you know, still part of the community. That's like people saying don't pay attention to homeless people. Homeless people are still part of the community. Upstate. Texas vet. I'm being safe out here. I'm trying. You know, you'd think with all these police officers out here, I'd be safe. But these Troy cops don't like to be rowdy. I have come across some very nice ones. And to mention some, I would like to shout out Frank Santana. That's a good man right there. Shane Kiley is not too bad himself. And rest in peace, Roger Vega. Detroit Housing Authority. That was partner in crime. He was a good man. And Sasquatch is watching from the bushes. Give China a wrench. I'll work on that. Wait to be a dick. F4B552. It's a Ford F50. F-150. The Detroit police officer. He was me mugging me. I wasn't going to read his plate or get him on camera, but me mugging. Wouldn't wave or anything, so that's on him. Alright, later, Texas. Have a good night, Texas vet. We got undercover here. It's a Ford Interceptor, a Crown Vic, DHC 6101. What is this, a Ford Fusion, I believe? GZW 4045. All these police cruisers out here. Canine unit is up running. There's probably a dog in there. If the Detroit police take your car, dirt bike, or anything, auction off, this is where we'll end up, in this trash little side yard. Canine 8. Little sticker. I want some donuts. They want some donuts. Like, they even got bars on their own windows. They don't feel safe. The U.S. flag in honor of Sergeant Michael E. Blair for his dedication of service to the Detroit Police Department, 1978 to 1995. Blueberry donut, me too. City of Detroit Police, TPD. I don't know if you guys can tell, but that's supposed to be a blue line on the shield. No memorial. The office. Oh, there's an officer in there. Another Detroit police officer's car. Chevy Cobalt, license plate EUB7716. This is a Troy City Court. That's right, Upstate got donuts on deck. No food or drink allowed in the building. This is where the female officer, court officer, hit me with the door. Broadcasting, telecasting, photographing, filming, videotaping, or audio taping is strictly prohibited at all times at all locations within the courthouse, including courtroom offices and hallways. Absent prior authorization, violators may face prosecution. They won't face prosecution because that's an illegal sign. The judge does not have any authority outside of the courtroom. It's already been determined that you can record in the main foyers of the building and the main lobbies. The only other place I wouldn't recommend recording other than the courtroom is the judge's chamber or the restroom. There's an officer out here on his cell phone. Let's see if he gets on his phone and drives away. It's a canine unit too. Car 33 is left running. No, you're supposed to turn your car off. You get a ticket in the city for that. Canine car number 8. Get off your phone. Put your phone away, officer. They think they're above the law. In New York City, you cannot text and drive or talk and drive. That's right, we'll wait for this officer to come outside. I have a question about why they have a gold fringe flag over there in that Troy Police Department Administrative Building when only President of the United States of America, as Commander-in-Chief, is allowed to fly that flag. How you doing? I have a question for you. Just so you know, I am live streaming on the internet. I have a question. In your administrative building, you have a flag with the gold fringe flag on it. Are you aware that only the President of the United States of America, as Commander-in-Chief, is allowed to fly that flag?
Well,
That's not no well.
follow the complaint.
And you're jaywalking. You know you guys were arresting people a couple weeks ago on Hoosick Street for that? You are a horrible public servant. He's in SUV number 35. Two more left. Save those for me. Can I have your name and badge number? It's not your policy to give it? Can I have your name and badge number, officer?
Rosario 179.
179. Evidence technician. Got another officer over there. Evidence technician. Split it is all mine. He's kind of cocky, but that's alright. He's a public servant. Making sure all of his lights work. Alright, be safe, officer.
Alright, man.
I was ready to give me a show. Pretty cool, officer. Going for grapes now. Officer, I ask you a question if you have a second? I'll even ask you from here. In your administrative bill right here, you guys have a gold fringed American flag. That flag is only supposed to be flown by the President of the United States of America as Commander-in-Chief. Can you tell me why it's flown in the administrative building?
Why is the flag gold?
Why does it have the gold fringe on it? That flag is only supposed to be flown by the President of the United States of America as Commander-in-Chief. He's the only one authorized to fly that flag. The one right inside this door with the gold fringe on it.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
No? Alright, thank you. So you guys know what I'm talking about. There's that flag right there with the gold fringe on it. Nice little light show. It's actually New York State Penal Code says that you can only use your lights in time of emergency if you're a police officer. They're not for traffic stops. They're not for whipping U-turns. So every time I'll give it to them, they're testing their lights out now. They have to test their equipment to make sure that they're functionable. But if you see them whipping it on to make a U-turn or because they want to run a red light, they themselves are breaking the law, so they are no longer acting in their official capacity. Ask them for a best spot to film hookers and drug deals. Going for grapes now. Grapes sound good. Now they're all sleeping out here now. They just actually probably starting their tour. That right there is breaking the law. Now if I did that, I would have got a ticket right here. He's about to go back inside. And the cantaloupe. What's up, Tactical Texan? Right there's undercover. Joe Citizen, ho. That's right, shout out Joe Citizen. We'll get this undercover right here until he pulls away. Actually, was this the sergeant that gave me a hard time before? He sure is. He don't want to deal with me. That's the guy from my bag check refusal video. Oh, he's pissed. He is pissed. Right now it is 11:48. This officer right here, he's a douchebag. I need to get a better phone.
You have a good night, bud.
You too, stay safe.
All right.
How you doing? How you doing, Sergeant? How you doing, officer? Not too bad. Sergeant don't like me. It is what it is. I caught him on a bad day. Oh man, nobody wants to talk to me tonight. Sorry, I'll wait for Sergeant to come back out. How you doing? Ask you a question? I took the same oath you did, so you know. I'm an independent journalist. So you think the war on drugs in the city of Troy is working, or you think we need to take another approach to it?
The war on drugs?
Yeah.
Touchy subject, man. One way or the other.
It is. I know. I've seen it firsthand.
Yeah. I got a call to go to. If he's still around, maybe I'll...
Have a good night. Stay safe.
Thanks, man.
You too. Stay safe. Sneaking some cherries. I know I've been slacking on the chat, but I've been trying to keep my eyes on the officers, but now most of them are pretty cool tonight. We'll head out though, we'll go home. Not too bad. See what's in their dumpster? There might be a couple bodies in there. I don't know about that. Maybe their meeting's about me. I don't know. He had said something about a meeting, not the officer I just talked to, but the one that had gone inside before him. So we'll see. We'll see what's going on. Gardner, no. They smoke that. They clear the evidence locker and everything. We do lots of picnics in the living room. We like to hang out in our living room. The money stash will never look in the trash here. Also, I ask you a question. It's actually your opinion on something. Just so you know, I am live streaming, but I took the same oath you did. Do you think the war on drugs in the city is working, or you think there has to be another approach to it?
I don't know, man.
You don't know?
I'm gonna talk to some political people on that.
All right, thank you. Oh, so I ask you a question? It's kind of an opinionated question.
No, I'm not doing opinion.
No, well, I'll just shoot it and you can answer or not. We'll accept that. Do you think the war on drugs in the city of Detroit is working?
There you go. I got a call, man.
All right, stay safe. Stay safe, Sergeant. I think they know that they're all corrupt. The reason why I'm asking this question is I don't know if any of you have heard it. It probably hasn't made national news, much less local news, but the whole narcotics unit here had gotten in trouble not too long ago. I wouldn't say a whole, but most of them. They were lying about warrants and such, searching houses illegally, and they constantly search people illegally. That's why it's a touchy subject. What are they on patrol? Actually, you'd be surprised. I see more state troopers go through Dunkin' Donuts than I do Troy cops. The Troy cops, they like, what is it? There's a local restaurant down here, Mandary's, I think it's called. Or they like some of the sushi places down there, the Chinese places, the Korean barbecue. Not too bad. They're hating seeing me out here right now. They do, that's why they won't answer it. There's a lot of crooked ones. This car 33 right here is running. They give you tickets if you leave your car running, but they do theirs all day long. But you know, if you take a car while it's running, it's not Grand Theft Auto, it's joyriding. But as a taxpayer, it's my vehicle. So how can they get me for taking my own vehicle? The thin blue line. Blue ISIS. Right there you see in their little meeting room. On the other side of this blacked out window is the front desk. courthouse up there. Second floor is the courtroom. And that's traffic court, and then on top is criminal court. Traffic court is illegal though. Just so you know, these road pirates out here, they send you in front of a judge who puts you in front of Admiralty Maritime Law. That's why they have the gold fringe in the courtroom and across the street in the administrative building. Once you are on the floor with that gold fringe flag, you are no longer on the soil of the United States of America. Just so you know, it's considered foreign soil. That's why they're allowed to do what they do. That's why, if you end up in a court, you always demand the judge's oath of office, because some judges are not real judges. They're administrators. They're acting as more like a clerk. So when you demand the judge's oath of office, they have to present it to you, and then you challenge the jurisdiction of the court. These courts do not have jurisdiction because they cannot grant themselves jurisdiction. It has to come from a higher court. That's why you'll never have a traffic ticket in a federal courtroom. They don't have time for that. The Supreme Court doesn't care about it. It's not falling under common law, which is the only law allowed to be used against citizens of the United States of America. Admiralty Maritime Law is for government officials, military members, enemy combatants, and members of a regulated militia. You're listening to Young Ma here. That car right there, they were listening to a young woman that is also from New York State. She goes by Young Ma. The name of the song is Ooh. And she's a rising star. Well, she already is a star, but she's getting her music out there. She's been on tour with many famous people. She's a young female rap artist, so she's doing what she can. The lip sync challenge? I don't believe so. Took your neighbor's wife for a joyride. No charges, no arrest. Well, did you buy anything for her? Ron, I need a scooter real bad. In gratitude for those who have served. That right there is another undercover in the Buick right there. I think he's a state trooper though. I've seen him before. He's not a Troy cop, I know that much. We're gonna head back towards some of the bars, see what's going on downtown. I'm assuming these cops won't come out here and talk to me as Troy police officers. The ones I have talked to didn't seem too interested. I had one that answered me while he was loading his vehicle, but he wasn't quite sure. But you know, I'll give it to him. At least he talked to me. He was respectful. Condoms, lubricate, and beer? Oh man. Well, I guess that counts, but I think that's prostitution, but alright. Yeah, their landscaping kind of sucks. But it is what it is. We'll walk this block real quick, and then we'll start heading back towards my neighborhood before I end the stream. Tried to turn the lights on, but snapping my fingers don't work out here. These street lights don't work. This is actually something I thought about showing you earlier. I'll show you in a second. How you doing? I ask you a question. I run a YouTube channel. Do you mind answering a question for me?
What?
All right. You don't mind being on camera, do you?
No.
All right. My name on YouTube, I go by UpstateNY Audits. I do cop blocking, cop watching, government official auditing. I go to different government buildings and I see how they react to a camera. First Amendment, Second Amendment, all that fun stuff. But tonight, my question for Troy Police, which not a single one of them had an answer for me. Do you think the war on drugs in Sid Troy is working, or do you think they need to find a new approach to it? I've seen it firsthand.
That's what keeps Troy operating.
That is
You're
true.
never gonna get control of it.
I've lived in this city now for 25 years, and all I see is the police make it worse.
You know what I mean?
And instead of arresting people,
They
or
wouldn't have a job if it wasn't for drugs.
that is true.
You know what I mean? So they want to make sure the drugs stay in the streets.
But drugs, it's not victimless crime, but under common law, if you're not injuring anybody and you're not creating damage to property, you're not breaking a law.
Right.
So why are they arresting you, throwing you in jail? They should be helping you, send you to rehab or help you find other resources or whatnot.
Well, they're just there to do their job. You know what I mean? You can't fight or argue with them because it's a lose-lose situation.
Yeah, it is. They're in it for the revenue, but at the same time,
Everybody's got to change their thinking process. They change their thinking process, and you know what I mean?
That's very true.
Petty shit, and they ain't gonna worry about that petty, other petty shit.
No, I feel like, I don't know if you heard, but the drug unit with their warrant deal going on, the reason why they got suspended, that just made the problem worse.
Yeah, I don't keep track of it, but I can just see what's, I seen them kicking somebody's door in down here not too long ago. They didn't find no drugs, but they still kicked their door in.
I just moved off of 9th, but between 9th and 8th, over on the other side of Hoosick Street,
Yep.
just about every other week during the summer. You got the knock-knock spots, and they're constantly there, and they know that they're watching, so it's kind of the dealer's fault, too, because they blatantly do it. They don't care. But at the same time, they're out the same day doing the same thing, so what's the point?
They're more interested in the harder drugs. The knock-knock spots are really not doing nothing hard,
Yeah. Right now, like the heroin epidemic, I know it's real big here with the fentanyl. If they could get rid of the fentanyl problem first, clean up the heroin, and then go after the heroin, I think it might have a better approach.
That lies with the pharmaceutical companies,
That is true.
And addictive behaviors,
The pharmaceuticals, they only care about the money. They're lobbying. They have the politicians on their side because that's how they're getting their money for the campaigns.
That's sad, man. A couple of friends of mine just passed away recently, God rest their soul,
I hear. I'm sorry. I had a buddy last summer over in South Troy. He overdosed on heroin. And I know South Troy, they took it real hard. He was known down there.
What was his name?
There was a young kid down in South Troy. His name was Brandon.
Brandon Worthington.
Yep.
Yeah, I knew who he was too, man. It's another one going to,
And I have family too. I've gone through the same thing, and it's crazy because the Troy police, they want to say that they're making it better, but in fact, they have no control over it.
That's weird too, because you mentioned your friend Brandon, and I have messages on my phone saying how he was clean, he was doing good, and he's going back to school, getting his things together, right? And this girl who he was with, all of a sudden,
Yeah, it's crazy.
And I figured that, man, she has something to do with it.
Yeah, it's one of those drugs where once you get it,
Psychotic, mental health.
Yep.
Deal on medication. People are on this medication, and some people get hurt. They get addicted after they get their wisdom teeth pulled out.
Yep.
Oh, I want to feel like that again.
It's crazy. And it
They
starts with the
do, however,
pharmaceuticals,
they
the
do it.
hydros,
It's like,
the
oh, it's
oxys.
not
Yeah.
working, so they do more. So now it's like they fall asleep and they don't wake up.
It's crazy. It's
Silent
horrible.
Killer.
It really is. And this city, just like Averill Park, Albany, it's an epidemic. And the police, they're trying to help by arresting the dealers, arresting the users, when in fact, really what they need to do is establish programs instead, or say, you turn your stuff in, whatever, we'll give you some money, help you take care of your family or whatnot. That's what it really should be about. The police, they make a crazy amount of money off of traffic revenue, which I don't know if you understand the laws, but I've studied it quite extensively. Under the United States Constitution, you can only be held in two types of courts. That's common law court and admiralty maritime court. Once you go in there and you take a plea, whether you plead not guilty, no contest, you plead guilty, you're given that court consent over you. If you go in there and you demand the judge's oath of office, which is his oath to the United States Constitution, and you challenge the court's jurisdiction, they more than likely will dismiss your case because that court has no jurisdiction over you. Only federal courts do. As a citizen of the United States of America, you should be tried in a federal court, not a city court or town court.
No, you also got to look at the police. They don't make the laws. You know what I mean? They just follow their book they got.
That is true. It all comes from above.
You know,
the orders.
Another thing, the police just don't show up, man. Motherfuckers, people call the police.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Everybody hates the police. You know what I mean? But everybody's gonna need them too.
That is very true.
Not necessarily, you know. I mean, in their positions or situations, you know, some people just.
Yep. Yeah. Don't get me wrong. They don't always arrest people. There are.
It still happens to them over and over again. You know, I see it every day, and it's like, wow, man. If it was anybody else but me.
Yep. I'll tell you a story about me when I was younger, and then I'll let you go about your business. When I was younger, 15, 16, 17, I lived over near Grizzle Heights up there. And there was a public safety officer. He's also a Troy cop, Frank Santana. And that gentleman, he's one of the best police officers I've ever dealt with. He arrested me, and he gave me tons of shit. But the way that he treated me as a person and what he'd done for me on the streets outside of him being a police officer, that made me believe that there's some good cops out there and they're not just there to arrest you. But it's hard to find the good police.
You know, people just gotta start reading the Bible more, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that is true.
Off the drugs, you know?
That is true.
Every time somebody does it the first time, man, it's peer pressure. You know what I mean? They don't
Oh,
wanna feel
definitely.
left out,
That was my first time.
You know what I mean? Oh, everybody else is doing it, I want to do it too, and not realizing, you know, the effects.
Yep.
You know, it's not about right now. Yeah, you're gonna get high now, but how is it gonna affect you a year from now, 2 years from now?
Yep. Yeah, definitely.
I got a lot of experience in learning too late. You know what I mean?
I hear you. I'm 27 now, and I feel like if I didn't start when I was 15, 16, 17, I would not be where I am right now. It's crazy, and especially with how society is and civilization now, how advanced we are, it's just crazy scenarios going on, crazy situations.
I'm the type of person, I'm not gonna tell you not to do it, but I ain't gonna tell you to do it either.
Yep. It's up to you. You gotta make your own decisions, your free will.
I stay clean because through experience I know, you know, from seeing people go through certain things, you know what I mean, I know not to fuck with it.
Yep.
I mean, I don't drink or do drugs, you know.
Well, God bless you.
Yeah, God bless you too. My name's David Michael.
I'm Robert Bateman.
Alright, man. I'm at Montana, man, on Twitter.
Okay. You can find me. I have a Twitter. It's Upstate New York Audits 518, and my YouTube channel that I post my videos on. It's UpstateNY Audits also. So, UpstateNY Audit. Yep. You have a good night. Thank you. Stay safe.
Yeah,
It was good talking to you.
Yeah, you too. God bless you.
God bless you. Be safe. Each bow tied right here is for a child that was left at the border. Hey, so I haven't really been keeping up the chat while I was talking to that gentleman, but he's a cool dude. No, I'm glad that he decided to talk to me. At least he talked to me about it. The police wouldn't, but he did. Even though he's out here on the streets, I have respect for him. I'm not saying that he's homeless, I'm not saying he's an addict. He said that he doesn't do drugs or alcohol, but he could just be hanging out. That is a church that he's in at. But He's a good man. How you doing? We're almost 2 hours in this video. I actually didn't expect to talk to that guy as long as I did, but he seemed like a cool dude. He said his Twitter, check him out. My Twitter account, that New York State, that UpstateNY audits, 518. I actually don't run that. Somebody was running it for me, but I don't even know if it's still active or not, but that's what it was. Alright, y'all. I'm actually going to end my stream. I'm going to head home. Probably take a quick shower. I hope that the paint is dry. I painted the bathroom today, so my wife could go in there and enjoy her bathroom time, as we were talking about earlier, probably about an hour ago. McAddy's pub is still open. Right now we're gonna head back up towards RPI. No, I painted some of the ceiling though, not the walls. Well, I did the windowsill, I did the heater grates, and I touched up the ceiling. Try to make it look somewhat nice. But I didn't have the right paint to do the walls, not the right color or anything. Thank you, Upstate. Hey, Helen Page. I didn't even see you in there. Sorry, I wasn't really paying attention to chat while I was talking to a gentleman, but you guys have a good night, and I'll talk to y'all later. Check out Salty Rant's stream. He's going to go live, and enjoy. Have a good night. Yeah, sorry, Helen. Sorry I didn't acknowledge you to the end. I wasn't even paying attention to the chat, but you're welcome anytime. Alright, y'all. Have a good night. Stay safe. Remove the plant.